This is a quick demonstration of the VEX CTE Arm Simulator that I am making in Unity. To start out with, this is basically the same appearance as the CAD models they provide, except I've remodeled them for lower resolution for higher performance in a 3D environment. And I also have a magnetic pickup tool here that's turned off because right now the inverse kinematics I'm going to be showing only target this piece at the end that's highlighted right now. So that piece right there. And right now I've got it set up so that my target, so my red dot there is my target, and I have it set up to move according to the joystick instead of the keyboard. I also have the arms set to be moving in inverse kinematic mode. I coded two versions, one where I can move the joints manually, and the other where I can just give it a target. And so in this case, that red dot is the target. So let's go ahead and play it and see how it works. So to start out with, I'll just let it switch over to the game mode. You'll see that right away in inverse kinematic mode, it's going to try to touch that red dot. There is some slight errors because of some measurements and so on and so forth, but I'll get that cleaned up later. And then if I move this, you can see that it tries to follow it. And so if I kind of go around in a circle here, I've gone past the extremes, so it can no longer follow it. So once I go outside of the extremes, then sometimes it breaks, and I'll have to deal with that in code. I can also raise it up and down using the third axis on the joystick. So, and of course I can do them all at the same time if I wanted to. So that is how it's working so far. And the things that are left to do, one is I need to uh, add into the inverse kinematics to deal with the angle of this guy right here. Um, so if I stop it and switch over to keyboard mode, I'll show you what I mean. So we'll go over to manual mode and we'll hit play. I just have to remember which keys do what. So there we go. Okay, so there is that joint, uh, and then that joint, that joint, that joint, and that joint. So that's all controlled by the keyboard. Each one, so like key one handles joint one, key two, joint two, key three, third joint, key four, key five, five. There we go. And then the key right below it handles the other one. I don't know if you guys can see the end spinning there, but it does spin. And they all have limits and constraints, so I can't move past the actual uh, distance here. I have not coded in the absolute constraints, so like counting for all of the positions of the arm. I've only encoded joint constraints, so specific constraints for the joints, which means I can theoretically run into things, but we'll fix that later. So just a quick demonstration in case you're curious of how that works.